Hello, everybody. Welcome to another commentary, and this time it is. That's really all I know.
We've lost everybody now. Like,
we've
what?
Lost.
They've gone insane.
We just finished watching the Spider-Man, which we highly encourage listening to our commentary, not watching.
Don't watch the film.
Yeah.
Even our commentary fell apart. We had technical difficulties.
We did.
Because our machines were just failing left, right, and center. Like,
can't
deal with this.
Mine never ever heats up, and during Spider-Man, it was just like, nah, mate, I'm packing it in.
Jet engines,
packing it in.
It's trying to get out of here.
But Game of Thrones is starting up again, and if you're listening to this in the future, don't let us know what happens.
Listening to it in 2031, you're probably like, yeah, we've seen all of Game of Thrones.
Let us know how many spin-offs they really do. Yeah. They've promised just one, but I reckon they'll do lots.
Bran, the early years.
Dragon 1, Dragon 2.
Yeah, they're supposed to do. What's the spin-off? The young Sean Bean?
I've heard a lot. Yes, that was the one that I think was confirmed, actually. But, so we're going to be watching the epic episode, which is longer than the usual episode, Battle of the Bastards.
Yep. And just kind of catching up on the whole last 6 seasons.
Pretty much, yeah. And then that will lead into the ones that are starting next week, which we'll do kind of reviews of or chat about them, I guess, as they come out each week, because that's one show that you have to watch, otherwise it's just going to get spoiled
to fuck.
It's just it's unbelievable. But
like even if you don't know what's coming, you always hear people like, oh, the Red Wedding, and you just know that was something.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, fuck it, it's gone for me now. I can't, because the moment I see a wedding, you're like, that's it, this is the thing that's happening.
And then the Battle of the Bastards will probably be another one, and there's quite a few others as well. But if you hadn't seen it, people are going to know about this episode for sure. But,
so it's half commentary, half ranting.
Yeah, just
not ranting, just talking recapping everything that's happened.
Yeah, talking about it and getting up to speed. So it's just an ordinary episode. We'll press space in 3, 2, 1, space.
HBO logo.
Yep. And I guess we can... One thing I didn't know about this is so I went to a talk and the guys that made this gave a talk on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of going off on one here. I don't like long intros.
Right.
Lost was perfect for me. It was just 3 seconds and then you're in. This is too long. I know exactly where to skip on the bar to get to the thing. But however, if you do watch it, it's different every time, isn't it?
They update it,
like,
to each season. Like,
so if this is going to go over where Battle of the Bastards and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool.
I know they do things like new episode or new season. They'll introduce Dorne or they'll introduce a new area,
right? And
so they'll build that new city.
Sure.
I don't know if every episode was different though.
No, I don't think every single episode, but I just like the fact that it is showing you like.
So thanks for watching this. We're obviously the biggest Game of Thrones fans ever.
yeah. Also, I've done that little wall bit there. I did, I think 3-4 years ago, South by Southwest. They did.
You finished your watch,
went up the wall in VR. That was pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, that place, the place with the big statue of the guy.
We might have got this completely wrong. Maybe it's just showing everything. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone's just listening. These fucking idiots. If by now you're not pissed off with us, just go, because we don't get better.
Well, you probably skipped this bit just like you do in the real show anyway. Yeah. Did you watch Game of Thrones right from the start, or did someone get?
Yeah, everybody watched it right from the start. I know.
I did not.
You did not?
No,
you caught up?
I caught up. I think it was on season 2 going into season 3, and then it was one of those things where it's like you don't watch it, and then. As soon as I watched like the first 2 episodes, I was hooked. So,
looks like something's gonna happen in this one. So we're watching this before season 7 started, so don't ruin it for us.
Also, just to sync up with you guys, is they've just did that little catapult.
Okay, catapult just exploded. Catapult exploded.
That guy just blew away.
Catapult.
People on fire.
Exploding.
So yeah.
And now Khaleesi!
Yeah.
She hasn't really done much outside of this.
Did you like her in Terminator?
No, fuck no.
No, neither did I. So,
but I don't know if that was her fault or she was just like the wrong casting
choice. She did
this
like this one that Leah likes, where the guy's dying and she's looking after him. I can't remember what it's called now, but she was decent in that.
Dinklage.
This guy's just an absolute legend, yeah.
Big legend.
X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men.
So, and he's got plenty more on the horizon.
Did you ever see his tour around Ireland with Paul Rudd?
I don't think I have, actually.
You got to check it out. It's like a real thing. It's not a movie. Like they're out on a
with Paul Rudd,
bachelor party.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Just keep checking your good old laptop there.
Oh, yeah, make sure it's still bloody recording.
Yeah.
Can't have another Amazing Spider-Man failure. No, this is a good episode. This is
great. Yeah.
But this is what everyone was kind of waiting for this whole show.
It's because Ramsey does such a bloody good job of like being a prick.
And it's also like there's been a lot of waiting for bloody things to kick off.
Yeah.
Because the first seasons, the budgets weren't so great. So I remember Tyrion rode into battle with his dad. Right. But they never showed the battle. Like Tyrion gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and like, we won.
Yeah. You could definitely see the production value go up. And it already started pretty well. I was actually watching this along at the same time as Vikings. And this one like overshadowed Vikings for budget. But Vikings actually has got pretty big budgets now as well.
If we're going to go into budgets, and this one is apparently the most expensive TV episode ever made.
This one, yeah?
At $30 million.
There's a behind the scenes with how they shot that scene of all the horses in the battle. Yeah. A lot of it's on green screen as well. It's pretty damn impressive. It's basically a movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's movie quality.
Like, I looked up the numbers on it. It's an average episode would take, I think, something like 9 days or 12 days or something to shoot. Right. But the battle scene alone took 25 days.
Oh, wow.
And it had 500 extras, like, whatever, the horses, the stuntmen, and all this, and they just had to do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
I think she's bulking up there for Terminator. She looks like she's got a bit of bulk on her arms.
She had already done Terminator by then, though.
So she's still got that.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
Like, I mean, she looks, compared to, like, season 1, where she's very thin.
You're right, actually.
She looks like she's gotten, like, all muscly to do the role.
Definitely. She's a lot of people's favourite character as well.
Like, she's great in this, and obviously she got famous off this. So the people watching Terminator are like, oh, let's get that girl.
Yeah.
But it's like, she was the wrong choice to play Sarah Connor.
No, it really wasn't good. That's another Rant film, to be honest.
Oh, gosh. Everything in that season.
It's just annoying that no one can continue Terminator properly. But back onto
Game of Thrones.
We've been doing this lately, just talking about everything else other than what's on screen.
You know what else is going on?
You know that dude there?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. The warrior guy that
helps. Oh, Worm?
Yeah, Worm.
Worm.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's like a rapper in England. He's like a proper posh accent.
Oh, yeah.
And he does like rap music and stuff. So,
damn.
Yeah.
I haven't read this book. Season 6 is not based on a book. And that's why people said it was a lot more satisfying, because it kind of... We'll get into it, but like get into it now, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like George Martin's, R.R. Martin's entire series is based on the fact that you can't trust anything.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has this idea of how stories work, of like, oh, this guy said that girl's a bitch.
Yeah.
And then I know later on that girl will get back at him. But then, like, an episode later, that girl dies. And it's like, oh, you're not getting a revenge. You're not getting things wrapped up in a neat little package. Like,
yeah.
And I kind of respect that on, like, the level of people being not bored with, but we expect things to work out a certain way.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you know that, oh, if this guy killed, like, if in this show, these people killed Arya's father, so Arya's going to get her revenge.
Right.
And it's like, oh no, it didn't work out like that at all.
Yeah.
She had the bloody hound to deal with, and like, she's gotten off, she's gotten beaten the shit out.
She's had one of the worst journeys in the whole show. And
it's the same with Sansa. Everyone's like, oh, Sansa starts off as like, this weak little girl, and she's going to rise up and be real strong. You're like, oh no, Sansa is the one who's actually trying to be good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out because nobody else in the world cares.
I know.
She doesn't get to give a big speech.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to like become the queen. Everyone's like, yay.
Yeah.
So the thing about this season is that because it wasn't associated with the books, you can definitely see it becoming a little bit more to the formula way of telling a story.
Yeah.
Like you said with Ramsey, like, you finally get Ramsey getting his comeuppance, which never happens in any other story.
Yeah. Do you know how much they changed it from the books?
No one knows how much this has changed because
well, no, not this one, just some of the other episodes, some of the other seasons.
Yeah, I know they've done things like they've killed people at different time points,
right?
But in general, they've kept the books pretty close.
Pretty close. Okay.
Which was kind of why they were getting in trouble with things like Bran and the Tree People. And
sure.
Because nobody knew where that was going.
Yeah.
So like, well, what do we do here?
Right.
And now that they've got a bit more freedom of like, okay, this is where the books are going to end, but you don't necessarily have to follow that.
Right.
So I'd say the books might be a little bit different than this, but they'll probably end in the same place of like, this is the king or queen, and this is who's in charge, and this is what'll happen.
Yeah.
But my prediction for it, like I said, is Bran's just going to wake up and it's all a dream.
It's all a dream.
We're all going to go back to episode 1. And that's it.
Oh, God. They'll pull a Lost or something, you know. So.
Well, seeing as we're in the perfect scene now, do you want to tell everybody what your prediction is?
Yeah, well, one of my predictions is because at the end, you know, they're all kind of she's on the dragon, they're all sailing over.
Yeah,
I think because we find out that Jon's Targaryen.
Yeah,
I think they're going to have a big battle, and they're going to just basically one of these dragons is going to burn him and his men.
Yeah,
but they're all going to be burning like they are now, and he's just going to be left standing there in the flames,
right? Not
even touched.
Yeah.
And
like she was.
And
before.
then those guys are actually going to join forces.
Yeah. And then have sex like brother and sister. Because they like that shit in this universe.
Butted sister. I was like,
yeah, they're going to have butt sex, brother and sister style.
And
then
I think that'll be
pretty
sweet. Good old rapper, dude.
They all have like linguists for this to teach them all the languages.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're fake languages.
They go into a lot of detail, don't they?
Yeah. And the girl who she ends up in Fast and Furious and Fate of Furious.
That's right, yeah. She's like the hacker, isn't she?
Yeah, and in this she speaks like 16 languages, whatever. Like, so she has to learn all these weird phrases.
I think she's like from Hollyoaks in England as well.
Yeah, she's British.
So, yeah.
So looking back on it all the way, yeah, it has to kind of end with one of the big things.
So there's going to be 2 more seasons. I think usually there's 15 in a season or something.
Yeah, next season's it's
only 7.
7, yeah.
And then the one after
8,
and then the other one's 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But apparently they're going to be longer episodes or something.
Yeah, and just yesterday they released the names of the episodes and
a
bit of descriptions, but
I
don't care about that. I'm just gonna watch it. Like it doesn't matter if it's called Dragonheart or not to me.
Yeah.
People are like, well, it's called this, which must mean this, and this is Valor Morghulis and all that. That was a nice little kill. But the other thing with the next season is the running times. All the episodes are an hour long except the final 2.
Okay.
Which are 71 minutes, and then the last episode's 81 minutes long. Makes it the longest episode ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The final of this season was 68 or something.
Okay. What I was going to say is, is there any reason why it's 71 and 81, like the one? Is there some?
No, I guess it's just like
it's just where it
building
came
up. Yeah.
But this is like at least a 60-minute one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all 60 because they're HBO. There's no ads.
Yeah.
So I think one of them next season is like 50 minutes. That's the shortest one. But on average, they're all 59, 60 minutes.
Nice.
But just those last 2 got real big and was like, ooh, it's going to be a big battle time.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's just going to be really slow. Really
Do you know where they film this stuff?
The battle was filmed in Northern Ireland.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical.
That's where everyone gets into a battle.
And these guys in their skinned, mascots or
the flayed man or whatever it is.
They're nasty, aren't they? You know what I loved about this episode, and I just love about Game of Thrones in general, is I just didn't know if Jon was going to do it or not.
Right.
I thought it could all backfire, and then suddenly, like,
it does.
You know. Well, yeah, but in
spoiler alert.
So
he doesn't do anything. he makes it, but barely. It's Sansa that saves the day.
Yeah.
Which is back to her character. Like, they've developed her to the point of she's the queen like her mother is, but she's still like soft spoken and tries to do the right thing, and she's respectful of everybody. But in like the war room later on, she's right.
Yeah.
She's like, Bolton will fuck you up. He'll get in your head and he'll ruin all your plans.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Jon Snow, bitch. I'll do what I want. And then that's exactly what happens where
I'm a juggernaut, bitch.
I'm a juggernaut, bitch. And that's when he ends up in the middle of the bloody field.
Yeah.
And she's like, told you,
I know.
prick.
She's a bit ruthless as well.
The little general, yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. Have you seen this guy in, I should know the actor's name, but have you seen him in Misfits? He's great in Misfits.
I did see him in Misfits. Yeah, he's such a change. Like,
and now he's in a new X-Men TV series. Is that right?
The Inhumans.
Is that X-Men?
Same universe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's complicated. Let's not get into it. We're in Game of Thrones world now. Yeah, like I just... The one problem it's a problem I guess I have with the whole book, TV show, George Martin's way of telling things is like, I really hope he's got a good payoff to everything.
Right, yeah.
Because otherwise there's so much gritty realism and like, oh, people die, you can't expect anything, the world is cruel, the world is harsh. I'm like, I have that nowadays.
I know.
I have that in my regular life. Every now and again I want to watch a story where things kind of like get finished.
Sure, yeah.
Like that kind of closure you never get in real life. But I'm guessing like a proper guess would be the end of this show will have somebody on the Iron Throne. There'll be some solution or whatever, but it won't end.
Yeah.
It'll be like, oh, by the way, what about this clan? Or this guy has a son who's angry.
Right.
Just to show the fact that the game is always going to keep going.
Yeah. It's never going to be peace.
But this part of history is definitely, because of the White Walkers, it's like it's all or nothing. Like this is the biggest thing that will ever happen in this world.
Right.
But it's not going to end and everyone's like best friends. I'm not expecting that.
Very good. I love the it's been a while since I've seen it, so the ginger bearded dudes.
Oh, the Norse guy.
Yeah. But what's their like kind of tribes called again? What do they call them?
Oh God, we're useless at this.
I know.
The north of the wall.
Gone over this.
Bloody. Forget it. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh, I killed the dog.
Closing this down.
Bitch.
Someone's gonna.
That's the worst part for me when the dogs are dying.
Oh man!
Remember when they killed at the Red Wedding?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for the Red Wedding 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
They killed the direwolf. I'm like, no!
How dare you?
Leave the dogs alone. Oh yeah. Well, she won't let him get in her head. She knows.
She would do. She just would never
like
go
the Canada
back.
Flag now.
She would never go back there. She would kill herself.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, like she's turning into her mother in a lot of ways.
Who, my wife Leah, thinks might be coming back.
Yeah, that's her prediction, that she's going to come back and she's going to be the bloody head of the throne.
Yeah. Which is, I've heard a lot about that as well. Like,
I still think it's Sean Bean. I think Sean Bean has been running the game from behind the scenes.
Fucking people about, yeah. Everyone's actually in VR.
Jon Snow came back from the dead, so why can't Sean Bean being in a head?
Do you think in 20 years, if you watch this again, it will look as good and be as good, or
it's definitely a top quality?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I think we're getting to the point in CG and stuff that it's not gonna when you go back to a film from the 70s or something.
Yeah.
But now it's photo real.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very hard to
how is that not supposed to look good? You know.
Yeah, you can still watch Jurassic Park and be like, that looks fine.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jurassic Park 1, maybe not.
Jurassic Park 1, yeah.
No, man. We can.
We're going into this now. You're going to get into Jurassic Park when we're watching Game of Thrones.
Whenever the dinosaurs are in it, it's always at night time because they couldn't afford to render during the
Yeah, but it looks good at night time.
It looks pretty good.
The daytime ones don't look good. But the nighttime ones look fine.
I'm trying to fucking remember their tribe's name.
That's all you've been stuck on.
So he's great though. I like him.
Yeah. He's the not tribal. It's the Northerners.
I just had it. It's the winter. God, people are screaming.
The wedges.
They're screaming at us.
He had the misses. Wildling.
Wildlings.
Yes.
The wildling.
Good job, guys. You shouted it loud enough that we heard it.
Yeah.
So the wildlings, we've done our research, are attacking the castle Winterfell.
Winterfell, yes.
Have you ever looked at the map properly?
I have not.
Because because it's in the book and you can see the point of Winterfell is it's the road north to get to the wall.
Yes, okay.
But there's this very thin passage to get there.
Right.
So that's why he's called the King of the North.
Right.
Because if you control Winterfell, you can't.
Yeah.
Nobody can get past you.
Okay.
Or at least like it's the key stronghold.
There was a cool little app that Microsoft did for either Xbox or the Surface, and when you watch the show, it shows you on the map where they are. So right now, it would put a little pin on the map and say this is where they are and this is what they're talking about. So I thought it was pretty cool because it's quite confusing to find out where everyone is. It's just like, oh, where's where are the dragons? How far away are they? And is that a week trip? Is that a month trip?
Yeah.
Where are these guys right now? They're outside of Winterfell, but whereabouts? So if you can see that on a map and you see them moving, it's a pretty cool.
Yeah, because that's one of the
cool
things
idea.
with fantasy building that you always have to give credit to the guys who do it. Is you have to make everything up,
right?
But like you said, you have to be like, all right, how far does a horse run in a day?
Yeah.
How far can a bird fly? And then you have to work out the distances. Although a lot of this is basically medieval England. The technology's medieval England, the horses, the birds, like. So I know George R. R. Martin studied a lot of that kind of stuff. So it's not one of those fantasy worlds of like Conan the Barbarian, where there's magical emerald cities or anything like that. There's just a little bit of magic, and then most of it's just like knights in armor and stuff.
Right.
So she's warning him.
I like that. And after all the episodes of her and him and just his evil ways, you're just like, she's right,
Jon, stop whining. You were shit in Pompeii and you don't know what's going on here.
Oh God, I haven't seen that film, but I heard it was shite. Did he make it bad or?
I don't know. I don't think anybody could have made it good.
He's done another film like a CSI type.
MI5.
MI5, that's right. Yeah. I don't know if he was any good in that.
I don't know.
It looked decent, but it looked
well, he hasn't quit Game of Thrones yet.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Did you know that he was coming back? What did you think when you saw him?
Didn't see. I was a bit behind. I was a couple of weeks behind.
Okay.
For whatever reason I was watching that season.
Yeah.
And you know what it was? It was that season. I was like, I hate watching week to week.
Okay.
Especially
you
this
like
show.
to watch it all.
So I bulked it up to get the last 3 or 4 episodes.
Nice. Okay.
But it took me a couple of weeks to get around to it.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Since then, everyone's like, "Oh, Jon Snow got killed at the end." I'm like, bollocks.
Yeah, it's hard. Apparently, people saw him at Wembley was on in England. So after it happened, and he still had long hair and everything. So
right.
Like,
I do remember that. They're like, "Oh, he hasn't cut his hair."
Yeah. Still got the beard and everything. The free folk.
When the show was out,
I like it. These guys are just nutters.
Yeah. The show, this episode is one of the first hang on. Here's the exact numbers. It had 100,000 votes. It was the first TV episode to ever get that many.
Okay.
And
this episode.
Yeah. When it got up to, by the time it had gotten up to there, it was a 10 out of 10 episode.
Oh wow.
The last show that got that was Breaking Bad.
Oh nice. Yeah.
One of the last episodes in that season.
It's well deserved.
Now it's currently at 9.9 or 9.8.
Oh yeah.
But it's still got the most votes for an episode, not the show, an episode. But I don't think they're going to be spending $30 million on every episode.
Somehow. No.
So wait, it's 15 episodes a season?
Actually, I don't know. No, it's 10. Because
10?
this one is the one just before the end of the season.
Right.
So this is 9.
So they've saved 2 or 3 episodes worth of budget.
Right.
So I think it's 10 million an episode or 6 to 10 million.
Is it that much? Yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That's
it's one of the most expensive shows on TV.
That's beastly.
I think it's the most expensive.
Apparently, Westworld is quite expensive.
Westworld is expensive too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Westworld was a different beast though,
know.
because Westworld, I think they shot it all in a big bulk.
Okay.
Then they had it ready. Then they went and reshot some more shit.
Right.
Because this is week to week and stuff.
Yeah.
And this is shot all around a bunch of places in Europe. It's Romania and Northern Ireland and
nice,
Poland, I think. Winter is coming.
I can't remember where my brother went to where King's Landing is,
right,
wherever they shoot that. But it's funny because like he was telling me, he was like, I'm going to King's Landing. It's just like he didn't even tell us like the country. He was just like, no, we're going to King's Landing.
Right.
So, I should look up where that is actually, just to...
In the books, Tyrion never met Asha or Daenerys.
Oh yeah.
So that's a big change. And Daenerys has never met any of the Greyjoys.
Oh.
So do you think there's enough magic or not enough magic in this show?
I think it's just about right, to be honest.
She's like at the level now she's bringing him back from the dead.
I know,
with air
yeah.
and fire.
I don't want to see any more, because if Arya, the Stark mum comes back, like that's pretty big because she's been dead for a while.
Like I can't see her coming back. Like I think most of the magic is very
Catelyn Stark
sensible. Like it's like right on the edge.
Yeah,
of like
well, basically like
no
Jon
one's
Snow.
no one's throwing lightning bolts.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. You mean magic wise? Yeah. I don't want to see any of that. I think it's just enough. But then there are all those guys. Remember where the hounds?
But that's the thing. Yeah, like then they're introducing Bran, and like he's got the skeletons after him.
Yeah.
He's
blatantly he's going to take a dragon, isn't he?
That's your theory. So, tell everyone your theory on it.
Well, I think again, it's just like they're probably going to get to the north, or oh no, Bran's down from there now, isn't he? Anyway,
he's getting
I think
down
he's
from
gonna,
there. He's looking for Jon.
He's gonna go inside a dragon, or maybe
you gotta
inside.
Gotta say that better. That sounds a bit weird.
He's gonna take over one of the dragons with his mind.
Bran is inside the dragon. He's in me.
But
he's gonna. Was it Warg?
It could be that they're maybe they're attacking Jon, and then maybe they are gonna burn like Jon and the armies, and then suddenly the dragon just like swoops around, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then it's like Bran on top of a cliff.
Yeah. With his eyes all rolled up, being like, I'm a dragon.
I'm inside a dragon.
I'm a dragon, motherfucker.
This guy's also a legend. He's been in quite a few things, hasn't he?
Oh, he's got a great track record.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering about his character. He's got to die.
This scene here. Yeah,
he's definitely got that feeling of like death around him.
Yeah.
But I think they might give him a good death.
This is a pretty powerful scene, actually.
Yeah.
When he finds that little toy, and he's like, oh my god.
You fucking bastards.
He's just cluing in. He's like, oh shit. You guys really did this.
Yeah. Because the other thing I've heard is that in the books, it might change when the new book comes out.
Yeah.
But based on the timelines of everything, Ramsey isn't killed.
Right.
So that's clearly like the writers being like, no, we really need to bloody do something that'll make people go,
yeah,
yay.
Yeah. Oh, he's pissed.
He knows what's gone down now. That's a great shot.
Yeah. On the wind blows.
Love wind there. That was just natural. There's no way there was a fan back there. So that's weird to think like Tyrion doesn't meet Daenerys at this point, or hasn't.
No, I know. That is weird.
Because it just seems to make sense now. Because that's kind of what everyone's saying. Is like it's going to be like a 3-part empire. Like Daenerys is what they call the Targaryens.
Yeah.
Then you have the Lannisters with Tyrion, and then you have the Starks with Jon.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them are the 3 kids that are unliked. Jon's a bastard. Tyrion was the dwarfish, misfit, horrible creature, and she was the woman. Yeah. So it was her brother that was supposed to be the king.
Right. Yeah.
Or at least that's what he was telling everybody. But he wasn't immune to fire.
Not immune.
Then again, technically he was not burnt. They poured liquid metal on his fucking head.
That will do the job.
That's old no dick.
Oh yes.
Have you ever seen the comic relief videos?
Is that the one where they're playing music, or is there another?
They're
one
making the Game of Thrones musical.
Yeah, okay.
With Chris Martin.
Yeah, with Chris Martin.
It's for a comic relief, but like,
isn't there another one where they're at a dinner table with Jon Snow and stuff?
Oh yeah. That lesbian, she's a weirdo.
Yeah, he's been through a heck of a lot as well, hasn't he? With Ramsey.
No. I still think there's there's parts I remember from season 1. So if you go through like the season 1 is when you first get introduced to the whole Lannister crowd.
Sure.
And the thing about that season that caused all the shitstorm was our old friend Eddard.
Yeah.
El Sean Bean. He found out that there was another child that the king had sired.
Right.
But it was an illegitimate child. Remember, he was working on like a blacksmith's or an armorer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's got like
he got killed off, didn't he?
Did the kid get killed? Because as far as I understand it,
yeah,
I remember he got whatever, either Littlefinger or the other fella.
Yeah.
To get the kid out of the city.
And he was going out. Yeah.
And after that, Eddard said,
didn't the witch kill him?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the witch.
All right.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of who's alive in this bloody show.
I think a witch got him.
If you're not on screen, you could be dead.
You could be dead, yeah, exactly.
That's the way I usually think about it.
That's what's so great about the show as well. Is like you're just fearing for everyone's lives.
Yeah.
Right now, she could just drop down dead.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on.
It also shows like the development of television, because this is HBO, which was kind of the original Netflix. You just pay your money, there's no ads. So they can have swearing, sex, and violence. And they don't have to be like, well, we have to tone it down so that we can get an ad from Coca-Cola or whatever. So when this came out and everyone's like, oh, wow, they're just going full out.
Yeah.
That's when everyone's like, oh, we can do that too. We can put sex and everything into everything. It's like, yeah, but Game of Thrones is awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to say you're going to make a big epic show, and then you're like, oh no, George R. Martin is like been writing for 50 years.
Yeah.
And he got these big, huge masterpiece books. Like, as good as the show is, it's all because of him. Like, everything works because he's like, this character, this. These are all the interrelationships. He did all the legwork.
Yeah, he did. He figured it all out, and then they're just executing it nicely.
Yeah, they're like, all right,
visually.
this is the Targaryens and this is the Lannisters.
Yeah. But if they didn't have that, that connection and all that wiring that he did.
Like, you could do that for a show, but that's not how shows are made. You're not going to walk up to HBO and be like, I've got this idea for a ancient historical kind of show. It's going to be dragons in it. Oh, yeah, write it up. It would take you years. It would take you the years it took him to write it.
Yeah.
You're not just going to be like 6 months later and be like, all right, I got it all set up. So we got Tyrion Lannister here. We got Jon Snow. We got the wall. We got the White Walk. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. You think I'll be able to hold in, but I've got to go for a piss.
You're going to go for a piss right at the point the bastards are battling.
Exactly.
All right. Well, everyone do a shot.
Yeah. Just before.
We're all going to get ready for Jon Snow's big Braveheart moment. It's not coming. It's not going to happen. Melisandre should be there. She'll be like able to pox the bloody things. You missed the giant. Your favourite. I'll miss the giant. What's his name? Tormund. Isn't his name Giant as well? Like Tormund Giant? Everyone just shout it at me. Shout it at me till you can get it. Giant Spain. His name is Tormund Giant Spain. Yes. Thank you, Google. So he's got the crosses, like the flayed man. So some poor bastard had to go out and set them up. Nasty way to go. Where'd he get them from? Like just his own army? The prison? Missing the tension now. You're missing the tension. Also the flags. The flags are awesome. That's one thing. I don't think George R. R. Martin had to do that. He kind of designed them saying there was a cross or there was a thing on it. So that's the magic of set design and costume and makeup and all the stuff that you can do on TV. And I was going to say film, but in TV, and create all these images that are out there. He's got something special. Oh, you're just in time. Ramsey's arrived. He's got
his bro.
I think he's walking the dog, maybe, or something. Or maybe it's something a little bit more.
What's he got here?
What is it?
What's on the leash?
What's on the leash? Is it another horse? Oh no, it's a man horse. got some sort of... Maybe it's a dog. Maybe she's going with his dog. No, oh God. He's got his cousin. Oh, sweet Mary Stark. You can just see Sansa like over the hill being like, fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Jon? You're going to fight the whole army by yourself? Here, listen up there. Listen up, John Wick, running in and taking
John
everybody
Wick,
out down by yourself.
100 shots in the head.
He's such a stupid man. I think somebody did mention that, though, how Jon is... It's interesting because Jon isn't actually good at anything.
Right.
Like, the best...
He's a great fighter.
Well, no, the thing they say about that is, like, the best fighter looks like it's going to be Arya.
Right.
The best diplomat's going to be Sansa.
Okay. Like
and then the best general was the other one. What's his bloody name?
For what? Sorry.
The other Stark, the one that got killed at the Red Wedding.
Oh,
Robb.
Yeah,
like Robb was the general. Robb knew how to like, and he was, because that's the thing. Like he was the wolf, and he was attacking, and Jon's just like
reject.
Yeah,
technically not a Stark,
but no, he's like the good all rounder.
Yeah.
So, like you said, like he's good hand to hand.
Yeah,
he's got the general. He can do speeches.
Yeah, he's not excelling at just one thing. It's just like
but then he does stuff like this. And you're like, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, it's just he's passionate. You know, he's just like.
I think the other great thing about this episode, though, is because it's not based on the books, is that it can be just an all-out battle. And I don't think Martin would have definitely would have gone down this route.
No, I agree as well.
Well, he couldn't, like we said. Like Ramsey doesn't die in the books or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think the next book of whatever it's coming out, Dance of Dragons or something, I think it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great when we were watching this. Just keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, you can get to him. You can get to him.
Yeah, you're like, this is the way it's going to go. It's awesome. And then you're like, wait a minute, Jon. You were told very clearly, don't play his games. Although, mad respect to Ramsey Bolton. That is a tough fucking shot to make.
He's competing with Robin Hood.
Like, he's also purposely missing.
Yeah, just
so that he can kill him right at the end.
Yeah. So.
Pop. No.
Come on.
You're going to make it, Jon. You're going to make it. Spoiler alert, everyone. He does not make it.
Oh.
So close, Jon. Now where are you? You're in Nomads. And Wonder Woman's not coming to save you.
And he's down.
Tormund.
All of these guys.
I found his name. His name's Tormund. Tormund, Giantsbane.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and Davos. I decided we should look like we have half an idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah. We do have devices that can find.
I can give you another fact I learned is that, spoiler alert, end of the battle.
Yeah.
All the bodies.
Yeah.
There's 257 bodies in that pile.
Incredible.
There's supposed to be more, I guess, but that's like the actual amount they had.
Right. Like this, they're all like, okay, he's gonna go berserk.
I just love Davos being like, fucking twat.
Yeah.
It's also like, we're from England, Ireland. This is the kind of warfare that we kind of grew up with and understand with a lot more than like Americans and stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is Jon Snow is an idiot. But the way these battles worked back then was a lot of it was just who believed more.
Yeah, it's right, yeah.
And if Jon Snow had been killed, battle's over.
Yeah.
Everyone would have just stopped fighting.
Yeah, they would have been the leader and the reason and everything.
And it's not to do with that he's the best fighter or like you can't win without him. It's just the headspace is like, oh, he's down.
Yeah. It's not someone's not just going to take his place.
No.
Like a president.
Yeah, because especially in this scenario where like he got the wildlings there and he's the one who's like told Tormund like you have to fight with the free people. He's holding that army together, which is the case with a lot of generals. Like Ramsey's only got an army because people swore to the Bolton household.
Yeah.
And, you know, he killed his dad or whatever, but That's a different episode. He's killed a lot of people.
Oh, he really has. Tortured, killed.
Yeah. Tortured, killed, raped, murdered.
Such a good scene.
It is.
Just like that as a hero shot. That's like a nice hero shot there. There's another one there.
But this is the one where everyone's just like, oh, wow. Because I think this was in the trailer, wasn't it? Like a quick episode. I think
it might have been, yeah. And again, like, you're not quite sure, but he could just get trampled here.
Yeah, you could just be like, oh, he'll take one down. And this the one everyone's like, oh, my God. This Sunday, Game of Thrones. Oh, gonna be a great big show today.
It's great.
But yeah, he's dead. Like, Game of Thrones is not a world where you think, oh yeah, he's gonna find a way out of this.
Do you think he knew?
No, I don't think so. He's like,
I think he's just too.
Bollox.
And so this is the scene I was talking about where a lot of it's on green screen, like when they're in the battle there.
Yeah.
And the horse, here. But there's a video online of behind the scenes. It's incredible what they can do.
The horses, it's always horrible to shoot with horses.
I like that as well. We just shoot our own men, you know?
Yeah.
He's just like, we need to save every single person we can.
Yeah.
And he's super smart a decision.
Just
and then the opposite, Ramsey's just like, oh, I'll take down my men because there's so many.
But that's what I mean about, like, Ramsey's definitely the bad guy. Like, they've completely... At least with the Lannisters, there's a little bit of grey area.
Sure.
Where there's like, you can understand Jaime or you can understand Cersei. Yeah. But with Ramsey's like, no, complete prick. He'll kill his mother, his father.
Yeah.
He'll feed you to his dogs. He's an asshole from start to finish.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that stuck out for me in this scene is just, obviously it's brutal, but yeah, the body stacking up and then his face just covered in mud and blood at the end.
Yeah.
And then... being swallowed, by your own men, as in because you're just being crushed by them. It's just so awesome.
But it's fake, Alex. It's not a real thing.
This happened, didn't it?
Yeah, it's history.
Yeah.
But this is a fake recreation of history.
Yes, a fake recreation.
This is the way France was won, if I remember correctly.
I think that was correct.
You can hear it now, though. This is where it starts to get really good.
Yeah.
Where you can just feel it's like it's going to be a big one. Let's get that music in.
Boom. And the bodies are piling up. Let the bodies. No, let the bodies. You just want him to get to Ramsey. You're like, what's he going to do when he gets there?
He's going to kiss him. They're going to be best friends.
I wasn't expecting the body stacking.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
It's a very cool little visual.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
No. It'd all be spread out.
Yeah.
It's a huge field.
But I guess the point of the body
they wanted to show the mass amount of men, I guess, and all that lot.
Yeah, like you look at Jon Snow and he looks like he's covered in oil.
Yeah.
But it's mud and blood just turns into this black gloop all over him. It's such a great scene for a lot of reasons, though. Because
I like that.
If you think about it, this is the biggest fight we've ever seen on the show, but it's a rather small number of people.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at the end of the next episode, at the army coming across the water, you're like, holy shit, what are they going to do for that?
I know. And dragons.
Yeah, just going to be a mountain of bodies. Yeah, and dragons. And then you've got all the armies that now are in the north.
Mm.
Then you've got all the White Walker army.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like, it's going to be a absolute insanity.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to have to get up to the scale of big Lord of the Rings kind of.
What about a White Walker dragon? That could be fucking deadly.
I think you just won the whole argument. That's the best. That's the best theory I've heard.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it now.
Bran,
good old giant,
has to use a dragon against a White Walker dragon.
Oh, that could be pretty good.
2 dragons head to head. Fuck off.
Someone's calling.
Oh, it's one of those shitty.
It's one of those websites.
Bastards.
So now they're surrounding them here, aren't they?
Oh, they're in trouble now. Well, this is where you could understand the bodies, because they start to Squeeze them in.
This is where Sansa's like, you fucking retard.
Why did you run out?
Yeah.
We had a plan.
Yeah.
We spent all night on that. I made up the little figurines. Did everything. And it's an unbroken battle, which is an interesting thing.
That's what, sorry?
It's unbroken. It doesn't cut to other scenes, and
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's not
like that's a way you could
else.
Definitely save money. Like shows can do that. Like you start the battle, cut away, cut back to the bodies, cut away.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is just like this is the start to finish the battle.
Like, guys, we've got 3 budgets, 3 episodes worth of budget in this. Like we can afford to do that.
And then we'll just go to the top of the hill. It'll be fine. Oh no, they got up there too.
Goodness. And then this is where he's realizing, okay, I'm just gonna go down with the ship.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and kill as many as I can.
Yeah, I think because of how big it is and the scale of it, it's definitely people's favorite just because it stands out technically as an amazing achievement on TV. Yeah. But then you've also got like I said, the emotional part of just like, oh, thank fucking Christ that, something major happened and Ramsey got killed. And,
yeah.
Because you've had 6 seasons now of things just building and building and building.
Yeah, you need that satisfaction.
Exactly.
That's why this one would have rated so highly, because it's what people wanted to see.
Yeah. Like I was talking about Rob earlier, and his season, he had a lot of big battles, and he was defeating the Lannisters all over the place.
Right.
But they couldn't show any of it because they couldn't afford it. So they would just show like him walking through all these bodies of a battle, and everyone's like, "Rob, you were amazing," and all this. And then I don't know, one of the Lannisters would get a letter being like, "Oh, looks like Robb Stark won again."
Yeah.
Save Tormund.
Save him. Now they're just like, geez.
I also like how the battle gets resolved because, like Sansa comes in and saves it because she understood that, you can't trust Ramsey.
Yeah.
And because of that, she can't trust Jon to do the plan.
Yeah.
And she knows to go look for help from the right places.
Yeah.
But it's also, Ramsey could have ended this sooner.
Right.
But because he's such a sadist,
he's just kind of,
he's like, let's do the slow.
Yeah.
Because he could have just like all the guys outside with the arrows now could just
That's true. Just keep going.
But he's like, no, I want them slow. I want them squashed to death.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Yeah, like that's one of those moments I was talking about where you thought, oh, I know what's going to happen here. Jon's going to fight him.
Yeah.
And he's going to win.
Yeah.
It's like, nope. Jon's on his ass.
I know.
And he's going to be killed.
Yeah, you're kind of looking at this and you're like, goodness me, it's just brutal.
And it's realistic to a lot of actual records of what it would have been like during those battles.
These two perfect match up. Boom. That guy, our friend there, is in Fast and Furious as well, isn't he?
Is he? Oh yeah, Tormund. No, he's in Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious, yeah.
Doesn't have shit all to do.
No,
but he's in it.
He's losing it.
Although I wouldn't put it past the show to just screw everybody up. Jon Snow, Daenerys, Tyrion, they all get together, defeat the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Boom, Cersei's still alive, burns them all to death. Or freezes them, whatever way to kill them all. Like this.
You want to put some money on that?
It seems like that's the kind of show of being like I just said there, like you expect it to end.
Yeah.
In a kind of happy-ish way.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised it ends with like Cersei's on the throne, and then we learn there's like Bran is still alive, or Arya, like that kind of thing. Like it's over, but the story's gonna keep going.
It's not that fairy tale ending. It's still things gonna happen.
So like there's like a couple of 100 people now in this.
Yeah, there's like a
mosh pit.
Yeah, half of them are dead.
Yeah. That was the thing in those battles because everybody's basically wearing the same goddamn gherkins and stuff.
I know.
So it all came down to the flag bearers. So whoever has the flag has to put the flag up so you can see where your flag is.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of hang around your flag.
Right.
Because you're just like, I'm wearing a muddy pile of crap and he's wearing a muddy pile of crap. I don't know if he's on my team or not. I still don't know if I like Jon Snow as a leader, though. I gotta say, I don't know if I want to see him win.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
I don't know if it's to do with the way he's played or if it's just the character. I'm just like, he's not.
I don't mind him actually.
I don't mind him, but again, it's like he's the all round. He's like, he's fine.
Yeah.
But he's not like the one I'm like, go on, son.
More so, I like him more than Rob and his dad. So, well,
he's got more of an edge than those two because he knows the world is a shitty place.
Yeah.
I want to see Sansa to fucking just let her win.
Yeah. What was it? Is that dude's name next to her?
Littlefinger.
Yeah. Littlefinger. Yeah.
You
my mate. My mate also he told me like whenever he speaks, he talks out the side of his mouth, and now whenever we just watch him, it's just like you can't see anything but that. Boom.
So Rickon's dead, but at least Jon survived again. I don't know. I guess it's just a case of Jon's a lot like Sansa in that he kind of wants the best and he kind of believes in good and all this, and then he keeps getting fucking screwed over because of it.
Yeah.
But he never strikes me as someone who deserves to get as lucky as he does.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he gets out of this one. He got out of being stabbed to death.
Sure.
He got out of being trapped with the White Walkers because his sword could cut through them. Oh,
now
Ramsey.
he's just like,
oh, Ramsey.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah, he just looks like he took a dip in a tar bath.
I know. Absolute nuts. They probably just, makeup and everything before he went on. They were just like spraying it, and like just getting this bath.
Give him 5 minutes, then do it again.
Shite.
There is one thing here I'm not sure I even agree with, though, is how Sansa lets the dogs eat him alive.
Right.
Which I can get on the level of like, pure revenge.
Sure.
But I still don't like the idea that she is turning into those kind of guys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like a one-off just for him.
Yeah.
Just, just to get that revenge. I don't know. We have to see.
It's just like I keep thinking of her as Caitlyn.
Right.
And how Caitlyn, even if something like that happened to her, which probably did,
she'd show a good side.
Not so much show her good side, she'd show the smart decision.
Sorry,
she'd be like, how can we use him now?
Keep him alive because we can do this, and this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was thinking. It might the
greater good kind of mentality.
She had to do
this
dogs,
one,
but then she's going to be back to smart decisions.
Yeah.
Or she's completely gone insane and she's just...
Well, it's the other thing about the show, which is smart decisions, is that no one's actually genius level on this. Like, there's never that one person who's like ahead of everybody else. Everyone's kind of running along.
Yeah.
Littlefinger's always
Littlefinger tries to.
But he's always like, shit off, pulling out all the favors. Not the giant.
Giant.
The frost, not the frost giants. The dead guys. They have a giant, don't they? I think I remember seeing like a frozen giant, a frost giant.
Yeah. It would have been like one of them.
Yeah, the White Walkers. Oh, they're looking for him. He just wants to go ahead, put his fucking nose in.
Son of a bitch. Just when you couldn't hate him anymore.
Yeah.
He went and killed
like a lot of
giant boy.
Like a lot of what I was saying about the closure thing is that they'll kill Ramsey, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But I almost don't want that. I want a little bit more George Martin in it of like, this person never gets what they were after.
Yeah.
Like Arya wants to kill Cersei. What's her list? Like Cersei.
Oh yeah, she's got
all that.
Yeah.
But it's like, she can't kill all of them.
Right.
Because that's too clean. It's too perfect.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing about the whole show is that perfect example with Jon there is like, it's never clean. Nothing ever works out for anybody.
Yeah. What was it? The Hounds. I totally forgot about him as well.
Yeah.
His storyline. Do you reckon he'll fight his brother or something? Who's now pretty
like
much
again? That seems like if you're just sitting back and you watch, you'd be thinking the Hound will fight his brother and beat him.
Yeah.
Arya will kill Cersei.
Right.
Sansa will become the queen with Jon up north. Daenerys and Jon will be friends.
Yeah.
And Tyrion will be like the hand of the king.
Yeah.
and they'll take over the Red Throne. They'll bring peace, and the Dothraki will be calmed down and all that. And you can just see like, oh, Bran will have his magic powers, and he'll be cool, and he'll be like, oh, I can do this now, Jon. And everyone's like, oh, good job. But none of that sounds like Game of Thrones we've been watching.
Yeah, that's what people want to see.
Yeah,
like as in like kind of want to see. Yeah, but it's not going to happen that way.
Like one of the best twists that everyone got like really surprised by was when the Mountain was fighting. What's his name?
Yeah, are you talking about Poison and all that?
Yeah. But he's fighting him, and then they're like, "Oh, he beat the Mountain," and then the Mountain just crushes his head, and you're like,
"Oh,
yeah, oh." So he didn't get the. I bet. No, that sounds right. Yeah, you're just like, that's The Mountain is a giant killing machine, and then he comes back and he's reincarnated too.
That's right.
So he's back and Jon's back.
Yes. So there's and then technically the other wizard dudes.
So what we need to do is get a hashtag going, calling for Ned's head. So when the Mountain takes off his helmet, he's got Eddard Stark's head.
Oh,
Sean Bean's
it's been
back.
him all the time.
No, he's just they had to put the parts together.
Oh, right.
Remember?
Yeah,
he's made up of parts.
Yeah, you're right.
So he was like down in the prison cells, picking up parts, found his head.
His head, someone else's body.
Yeah.
Someone else's
arm. So now the Mountain is Ned's head. Hashtag Ned's head.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Guess what, Ramsey?
I have to admit, actually, this dog scene wasn't as satisfying as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been more of a different torture thing, like a burning alive or something like that. But
like he does, like flaying them and setting people on fire and all that.
Her just like skinning him or something, or maybe she cuts his.
Well, it is that kind of thing of she's killing him, but she's not doing anything.
Yeah,
just leave the gates open.
Yeah.
It's like you did this to yourself, kind of thing. But it's not satisfying, I think, because on a level, you kind of know this isn't Game of Thrones. It doesn't get this clean. You don't get to be this satisfied.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the bad guy, and the one person who hates him the most gets to take him out.
Yeah,
it's like that doesn't happen.
Just this once. I mean, do you reckon they're going to look at the ratings of this episode and then go, okay, we need more episodes like this that are satisfying?
Well, that's definitely what's happened now that they've switched it from
the books.
Switched from the books. They're like, oh, we can do what we want. We can make it a little bit more.
And it was just this season.
Not family friendly, audience friendly.
Yeah.
But next season, the book still won't be out, and they've already finished shooting that.
Right.
So everything from now on is all the writers from the TV show. Right until the ends,
really.
Yeah.
So.
Which makes me think it might start to tilt more towards satisfying and pleasing the audience of like Jon will be the hero and Bran will do something great. And
they'll throw in some little Easter eggs.
Tyrion will have like some heroic moment, and Davos will be like finding the toy he'll like maybe get a last bit of redemption or something.
Yeah.
Same with what's his name, the guy who Daenerys, you know, the knight who's got like the scales on him now. Got bloody infected by the lepers out there with Tyrion.
Oh yeah.
That dude, like, he's probably gonna come back and like save her life, and she'll be like, "I loved you all along," or something like that.
He's off,
but he'll be dead. Yeah.
So, I quite like that storyline as well. The only one I wasn't really into is the Bran storyline. I kind of got a bit bored with it. So,
well, I think
they didn't show it too much either.
Well, that's what everyone got. The problem with it is the Bran storyline's timeline in the book.
Right.
You can't do it yet because this part hadn't caught up and all that.
Right.
So they're just like, we have to delay the Bran bit. We have to stretch this out. We have to stick this scene in the middle of nowhere. And everyone's like, what? Yeah. What's with this stupid Bran thing? There's bloody tree people. Oh, Ramsey.
Somebody's hungry. Oh.
Right in the face. Yeah, it's a little moment. She's like, I'm going to leave. It's like, no.
The best bit is where she walks away.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty, actually. It's nastier than I remembered it.
You blocked it out.
This bit here, and it's just the cheeky smile that she makes here. It's like pretty good moment.
Yeah. Fuck the police.
Yeah, just that little bit there. Boom.
That was it.
That was it.
That's the end of the biggest episode from last season.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it'll be the biggest episode next season.
No.
I think there's going to be another massive one.
7 an hour each or longer. But
especially that 80-minute or 70-minute. One of those.
Yeah.
They've got to have something that's like... It's kind of like what happens when you do anything like this, is that the next season is like, oh, what are you going to do next?
Yeah.
What's your next one? What's the next thing you're
People
gonna do?
always want more.
Yeah.
So,
I just gave you a massive super episode. When's the next one? When's the next battle?
So the thing that I said was Dragon, Jon Snow, Flames, or Bran taking over Dragon, or possibly Zombie Ice Dragon.
Zombie Ice Dragon is amazing.
Awesome. Is there anything that you want to predict or think could happen or would just be awesome?
I would like to see something like, you know, the Dothraki are like the most dangerous. They're like the Mongols. They're coming across the water.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that maybe someone will have like a potion or like a disease that'll just swipe through. Because you remember what's his face?
Khal
Drago.
Yeah.
Good Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Good old,
he gets killed by just a scratch and he gets infected, because that's kind of like, it sounds stupid, but that's the way the world was.
Yeah.
I think maybe they have a real shitty immune system.
Right.
They all land on the bloody, around the Red Keep, and they're all in the city. And Cersei's just like, release the gas or whatever, and it's just they all get infected.
Yeah.
With like bubonic plague. So her whole army's just wiped out. Well, most of it, like all the Dothraki, but she'll still have not the unknown, the unclean.
Yes.
Yeah, so she still has a a few thousand of them.
Yeah.
But that's why she has to join with Jon Snow.
Right.
Because they've built up the Dothraki a lot.
There's got to be a way, that her mass army needs to be... She needs to take a really big hit. And because she needs to know, like, oh shit, okay, these guys are a threat. So...
It's just, because for so long they've built up, like, the men on the horses and... Get them on the water horses. Get them on the boats.
Right. Yeah.
And get them over, and then be like, oh no, they're shit. No, not they're shit, but there has to be something that just chunks her army to bits.
Yeah, and it can't be the green explosion.
It could even be like the White Walkers. Like the Dothraki grew up in deserts,
right?
And then they hit these like icy plains, and they all freeze to death.
Yeah, they're just not used to battling in that kind of grounds, like especially Winterfell and stuff like that.
Because it's not that she's had it easy, but between the dragons and her massive army, it looks too clean. Yeah, it's another one of those. It looks too easy now.
She definitely needs to take a hit, and also, unfortunately, we probably don't want to see it, but there's the dragons are going.
At least one.
At least one will go this season.
So, and then the last. So. Then the last season we'll have two. Yeah. One controlled by Bran. Yeah. One zombie one. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, do it, HBO. We told you.
Boom.
Thanks for watching it.
Yeah, thanks guys. And again, let us know if you want us to do any more commentary, any more Game of Thrones ones, or another TV series or something, or just a film.
Yeah. Tune into the podcast each week from next week, and let you listen to this in the future. As always, that's our caveat.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going week to week on our Game of Thrones every week. So make sure you watch on Sundays, or don't. Sundays, it doesn't affect our lives whatsoever.
We will spoil it.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
All right,
Thanks for listening.
All right. Boom.